What's up, gamers? Welcome to another Satisfactory video where we build a bunch of stuff so we can tear it all down and rebuild it tomorrow, every day, right here on the YouTube. Today's project is dismantling yesterday's project. So long story short, we designed this auto sorter, and for all of those of you that are like, auto sorters and mass storage is irrelevant because of dimensional storage, blah, blah, blah. Listen, before you comment that, realize that I am storing and sorting all these items here so that I could then ship them to other factories. That's the whole point of this, not just to store my freaking, my dimensional depot over here, which this is like a side quest for this as well. But long story short, we've got essentially 5 inputs from this train, and I was cramming it all down into 2 inputs, which has resulted in it, after merging and splitting and everything, we essentially just need a whole lot more item flow, because this one line and that one line is just not enough to cover everything. So without further ado, I'm going to overdo the absolute crap out of this, and we are going to have 10 lines with 10 smart splitters tall that are going to sort 10 smart splitters into 5 double stack storages, into 3 double stack storages, into 2 double stack storages, into 1 double stack storage with a dimensional depot. Kind of like this. This is what I've came up with. Here at the See-Through Gaming channel, we like to really overdo things that nobody else would ever overdo, for the simple fact of, why would you do this? But that's why I do it, is because nobody else will do it. But it all makes perfect sense if you think about it. If we've got 10 inputs coming in, and we're going to have trains coming from all over the world with different materials, essentially. So this whole stack here is copper sheets, and what we're having done is we are having copper sheets go right, any undefined, which would be anything but copper sheets, is going to go forward, and then overflow is going to go left, because the overflow is going to go up to the next rack. If this happens to be full, it's going to go up to the next rack and essentially try again. Now, I have just realized that this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to send it to the container that's already full, so I might have to space this out just a little bit more so I can go up 2, because yeah, it doesn't necessarily make a whole lot of sense to send it back into the same container again, because it's going to be still overflow. But then again, I mean, it'll just have to make 2 roundabouts around the carousel, which I guess is totally fine. But either way, I've got to take this here situation, and I've got to duplicate it that way as many times as I did have all this up here crunched together a lot more. So we're going to be a lot more spread out, and I kind of like that. I don't really like everything being all jammed together, especially when we got so much space to fill inside of this building. But I'm going to work on this for a little while, and I'm going to keep you guys updated throughout the day. I've got all day to work on this, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the power of the internet speed, to which I wish I could experience as well and not have to spend all day on this. But anyway, let's get it. Well, I must say I am very happy with my turnout. As you can see, it looks a little bit different in here, but I'm about to show you the thing that's gonna tick off all the people that love their dimensional depot. Oh yeah. I got more comments on yesterday's video since about 12 hours ago when I paused this and been working on it. But a little 12 hours later, I'll show you what I got going on here. So this might blow your mind, maybe, and it's really gonna piss off all those freaking keyboard warriors, I'm telling you. So we have 10 lines coming in that are all moving 480 per minute right now. If you didn't know, before we only had 2 lines, so we were only moving 960. Now we're moving 3840 items per minute and sorting them at the same speed. That's what we get for having everything on the line. Just ignore these. These are part of my silo build thing here. But as you can see, we have every item marked, labeled, dimensional depot, overflowed, ready for, you know, if we want to take this out to another factory, we can do it from there. I tried to cover every base, and the only one I have left to cover is overflow and sinking. So still have to control that, but more or less what I've done here is I've essentially used the containers as mergers. And in doing that, we have not cut our belt speed in half. So essentially we've, you know, using a container as a merger kind of doubles your belt speed, really. But you know, not actually, but you can take two 480s in to 960 type thing. But either way, what we have going on here is an insane replica of the exact same thing on every situation here. So here, for instance, we have cable. Everything's passing through. Any undefined's going forward, cable's going right, and overflow's going left. So if this guy here happens to overflow, it's going to wrap around, come up here, and then, you know, try again on this floor. So it's essentially trying 10 times. And as well as it kind of, you know, we've got this like little swoop motion, and then at the very top, the same scenario, except for we have this conveyor belt that starts it all back over again down at the bottom. So if the top happens to be full and the bottom's not for whatever reason, that should cover our bases there. But yeah, so essentially, it's taken a very long time and a lot of material, but I've done it for the entire thing. So a lot of people might think this is overkill, and that's what I'm put on this planet for, is to make people ask why. And also, hopefully, maybe people think it's cool too. Some of you out there might think it's cool. But yeah, I'm gonna have every item I make in the entire game come here, including eventually fluids, probably, possibly, at least packaged fluids for sure. But I don't have all that yet. But yeah, one last thing I need to do is I'm going to install another smart splitter, probably in like this area here, maybe. And we're just gonna do like overflow that way, and then combine everything and then sync it all, more or less. So once, I don't know, I've been trying to kind of figure it out. I put this floor up here to maybe try and, you know, come out of here to do like the maximum overflow. So once all, what do we got, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 double stack containers per, plus the half on top, 11 and a half containers. Once they're all full, then they'll, you know, sync everything, which is totally fine with me, because it's, you know, we have like unlimited resources coming in. So yeah, let's check on plastic real quick and see where we're at with that. So we do have the half container full, dimensional depot's full, this one's full. Okay, that one's not. That one almost is. And yeah, these are all empty. Those are all empty. That's pretty much the way it works, though. I think it's really cool, and I think I'll never undo it now that I've fully sent it in a way that I thought was way out of my control. But I sit here and I turned on a TV show, and I just sit here and did this all day long. It was totally fine. The only things that aren't perfectly level and square and straight are these couple belts. For what reason, I have no idea, but it's very hard to do all this on the ceiling, and I couldn't seem to get it straight. So just dealing with that. But yep, there's our train. So we're gonna start seeing all of our mats come down the line here. 10 rows, 480. I guess that'd be 48 or 4,800 items a minute, I guess. Something like that. Either way, it deletes everything pretty quickly in comparison to how long the train's actually here. So I don't know, I like it. It's pretty awesome. It's gonna work out great, especially for when I progress and add more items to the thing. And I believe, I don't know how many spaces I have left, in the length of this building, but I do have potentially, here we go, got red X's on the back of them, I think. Here we got like 6 left here. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty freaking insane for sure. But make sure you chime in to the live streams or anything like that. You want to see what we're working on next, and I'll be back with another video tomorrow. You guys be good, and I'll see you on the next one. Peaces.